Look at that. Looks like an old World War II plane. Look at that.
Almost done.
Yeah. Last Minute Man, and we are back here today on the range. I'm with my good buddy, Mr. Obvious. And what are we doing today, Mr. Obvious?
Man, it's a beautiful range day, and we have got a Savage 110 Hog Hunter today. We are going to do a video on, and I am so excited about this gun.
He has had this gun for quite some time now. It's been, well, about 2 months that you bought this.
Yeah, probably about that.
And we've only shot it once, and we purchased this, or he purchased this at American Gun and Pawn, located in Dry Ridge, Kentucky. And that's where you got the rifle and the scope, correct? And that is a Vortex
Diamondback.
And that is just a sweet looking scope. It looks really good through here.
Can't beat it for the money. You can dial and shoot and everything. I mean, it's sweet.
Well, and we'll get into a lot of this in our after action report, but for now, yeah, just they are a Vortex dealer up there at American Gun and Pawn. So if you're ever up this way, they're located in Dry Ridge, Kentucky, or you could give them a call, and they deliver anywhere in the U.S. So, but yeah, tell us a little bit about this here rifle, Mr. Obvious.
Oh man, I tell you what, this rifle I've been excited about. I've seen videos on it, and I've added a few things to it, the mag and the muzzle brake. But this gun was a little bit rough on the bolt when I first got it. But Last Minute Man come up with a real sweet solution of stuff to put on this, and that bolt is now getting like glass. So
it's a special concoction. We're not gonna give away trade secrets.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, it's getting slicker every day. I like it.
Yeah, so. It is cool. I mean, this does have a very thick barrel profile, which I think is pretty sweet, actually. It seems to, when we did shoot it the one time that we did shoot it, it was grouping really tight, and I think this barrel's got a lot to do with that.
Yeah, I hope it does it today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure it will.
Last time it shot, Last Minute Man shot it, and I mean, he was one bullet right on top of the other, and I just man, I hope it repeats itself. So
well, we're gonna try it out today with some 149 grain Winchester white box, and Mr. Obvious also has some of his hand loads here, and those are a 175 grain bullet.
No, they're 168 grain.
168
boat tail match Sierra Match Kings, and I shoot them in another gun I have. So
okay.
In the police model, that's my load for my police model Savage I have. So I'm gonna try them in this gun and see how it works.
And we're gonna go out here, get a grouping at 100 yards, and then we're gonna go out and get a grouping at 400. So you'll see how this thing works relatively close and relatively far away. So without any further ado, let's get to some shooting. Okay, Mr. Obvious, take off here and show us. These are 168 grain hollow points hand loads. Man, you can just feel that muzzle brake, man, makes it crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yikes.
Just a little bit, not bad today.
Yowzers.
Want to shoot the same load?
Same loads. Let's see if I group same, worse, or better. Last shot.
All right,
let's get down there and take a gander.
All right, then we'll shoot off the Winchesters and see what it does.
All right, Mr. Obvious. So let's look at our shots here. You shot the top group, I shot the bottom group. Yep. And how close are we here?
We are 3/4 of an inch, 3/4 of an inch minute angle to hundreds.
Yes,
good.
Sir.
And we got 3/4 there, and a little under an inch there. So
yes,
a little over 3/4 there.
So I'd call that a solid 3/4 minute of angle.
Yeah.
Or a 1 minute of angle.
And that's with ammo worked up for a different gun. So hey, I'm happy.
I'm very happy with that. It's shooting very good. Let's see what it does with some factory stuff.
Yeah, see what it does with factory.
We are shooting this Winchester white box, 149 grain, and this is a NATO ammo.
149 grain factory road.
Yep. So 76251.
So
and we'll just see how this stuff groups.
Yep. So we're going to let Last Minute Man get a little bench time in here shooting. I'm going to let him shoot these. These are doing real well, so we're going with it.
All right, here we go.
Lot lower. Uh-oh, we got a snap.
It did not feed. That
Didn't feed. All right.
Feed issue there. All
now
right,
pull it back a little farther.
All right, let's get down there and look at that.
All right.
All right there, Mr. Obvious. Let's look at these factory shots.
Okay. We've got about 1 inch right there. And here we got 1.5 inches. So
all right.
We're going to call it 1.5 inches on that.
Well, that's pretty darn good with just factory off-the-shelf ammo.
Yeah, 150 grand.
So,
yeah.
But yeah, you can see I consistently group a little lower than Mr. Obvious does. But that's still, it's not even zeroed for this stuff. That's a kill on a deer.
That's a kill.
Still at 100. Let's go out to 400 and see what happens.
Let's do it.
Okay, so Mr. Obvious is about to take this 400-yard shot. And looks like we got the zoom there. Go ahead, when ready, Mr. Obvious. It's a hit. Let freedom ring.
All right,
here we go.
Here we go. Last Minute Man's up. I hear the steel ring. How did it feel to you?
It felt good. Let's go take a look at these. All right, Mr. Obvious. Let's show them the true minute of angle here.
All righty.
Your 3
We've
shots.
got this shot to here. So we're right, just a shade under 2 inches there.
Look at that.
Here, were 1.25 inches.
So that's his grouping.
And there's about 2 inches, maybe a shade over. So we're half minute angle.
That is yards. Wild. And that is great. Excellent shooting there.
Yeah.
Mr. Obvious.
Yeah,
you are a master at that. Now me, I pulled a little here.
Well,
and that was me. That's not the gun. That is me.
Yeah, but you're getting a lot better. You're starting to get some bench time in and long range shooting. So
yeah,
you got right there is 4 inches.
So that's 1 minute of angle.
That's a minute of angle, 400 yards. And here you're just a shade over 5 inches and 1/8.
So I shot about 1.5 minutes.
Yeah, well, you're a little under that.
Yeah.
So you're about a minute of angle, close right there at it.
Which is exactly what we were seeing on paper at 100 too.
Yeah.
So, all right. And we are back with our after action report. And what do we have to report today, Mr. Obvious?
Man, I'll tell you what, I'm impressed.
Me too.
I'm impressed with this gun. I'm going to report a hog gun. Is what I'm going to report.
Man, I'm telling you, this is the shootingest damn thing I've ever shot.
Yeah.
I mean, I cannot believe
out of the box.
This thing's amazing. I mean, seriously, and I'm not pulling any punches here. This thing is awesome.
Yeah.
I have not bought I've got some pretty expensive rifles that don't shoot like this.
No.
And I mean, I'm not the world's greatest shot or anything. I mean, as it was demonstrated here, but when you're shooting, this is a 20-inch barrel.
Yeah, 20-inch barrel.
Nothing spectacular. They don't advertise this as some kind of a competition barrel, anything. It's a sporter barrel. I mean, this is just a basic barrel. This thing is shooting, for me, about 1 minute to 1.5 minutes of angle, depending on if I pull or not. But that's pretty awesome. And I mean, yourself, you were shooting half a minute.
Half minute angle.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he's got some very expensive rifles that we've recently done videos on that don't shoot like this.
Yeah.
I mean, and we're talking, you could buy 3 of these for what he paid for a couple of these rifles. So tell us a little bit, how did you come across this? What made you buy this?
Well, first I got to thank American Gun and Pawn. They had a couple guns that I was looking at.
Yep.
One of them was $350 higher than this gun. And I really wanted that gun. It was really lightweight.
Yeah.
This gun was a little heavier, but it had a little bit heavier barrel. So you had a little bit hold it up barrel weight. I'm like, well, it's no big deal.
And I said, you put a good scope on it. You got ballast.
Yeah, got balance. Yeah.
Yeah.
So kind of balanced it out, putting this Diamondback scope on it. And I said,
yeah.
I talked to Jack at the American Gun and Pawn. I said, Jack, I said, you know what I do? I'm in the long range shoot and stuff like that. I said, I had these 2 guns laying here. Which one would you buy? Jack said, I'd probably buy this one. I'm not going to mention another gun. His is a nice gun and they're very accurate. They're good guns.
Yes.
But I went ahead and got this one. Saved myself $350. Got this gun, and here we are today with a target like this at 400 yards with a half minute angle. I said, good.
Now tell him, when you shot initially, he was hitting high.
Yeah.
And we had a little bit of a crosswind here. Actually, this has been the most low wind day that we've shot in a long time. Yeah, we had a
5-mile-an-hour crosswind.
So nothing crazy. And you made some adjustments before I shot, and my first shot, where I was taking the most time, was actually spot in the bullseye.
Yeah.
And then my second shot was real close, and I got a little excited, and I pulled a little quick, and I pulled. So that's all me. That's not the rifle.
So I had 2 shots here and 1 here. I mean, look at that finger group.
That's outrageous. It really is. I can't believe you did that. And these weren't even loads specifically to this gun. Yeah. These were not Fireform cases.
No.
Nothing like that. And
I ain't even worked a load for this gun yet.
No. So it seems to shoot whatever the heck you put in it.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're dragging on here, but I have got to emphasize this. This is the shootingest gun I've ever shot.
Yeah.
I mean, I cannot believe how well it shoots. This muzzle brake you got on the end, louder than hell, but this thing does cut down on the recoil, and I think that's got a lot to do with why we're getting good groups as well. Just, you're gonna flinch. If it kicks hard, you're gonna flinch. I don't care who you are. It's a constant thing you got to focus with. The trigger pull on this is great. Let's go ahead and get the wheeler gauge out here. and we'll check this trigger pull out.
I'm on newtons. We don't want that. It's 9.2 Newton pounds.
I eat them, fig newtons, but I don't know what the measurement is, you know. I know how big around I get when I eat.
Let's go to ounces.
Right, 3 pounds.
3.12 pounds is what it read.
3 pounds, 12 ounces.
Yeah.
So that's light. That's a good trigger, and you can actually adjust these and make them even lighter.
Right out of the box.
8 years in the military, did a lot of shooting, and I've shot a lot of different guns. Guys like Mr. Obvious here do nothing but
bench shooting.
accuracy. Accuracy. Now, not to say he can't get out and scare you with a shotgun. I've seen this guy. He's scary. He can shoot. But that being said, there is a whole nother art form going on here. And this thing is just, I can't believe it shoots that good.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, there's nothing else to say about it. It's,
yeah.
I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. This is a sub $600 gun.
Yeah.
Sub $600 rifle, which isn't cheap. I mean, that's money is getting harder and harder to come by. So, you know, when you're looking, this is not what I would even call budget. It's because you can get a Savage Axis, which is also a good shooting firearm, but it's this thing is shooting right with $2,000 rifles you've got and I've got.
Then you got your Diamondback scope is $399, so you got around $1,000 or a little less if you get a military discount on it and get the Vortex even cheaper. So
yep, if you go to a certified Vortex dealer like American Gun and Pawn, you can get discounts.
You can get discounts.
But that's a good thing to note.
Less than $1,000. Look what you got at 400 yards.
And that is unbelievable. I would run into battle with this.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This thing is just
now
a great
the minutes
gun.
angle we dialed up was 8 minutes. That was off of app I use on my phone, which we will get into later.
Yeah.
I dialed up 28 clicks. This is quarter inch
adjustments.
Adjustment. So 4 clicks is 1 inch. So I dialed up 28 clicks.
1 inch at 100 yards.
Was at 100 yards dead zero.
Right.
And dialed up 28 clicks.
Correct.
And this is where we hit from here to here.
So like you always tell me, you can only shoot as good as you can see. And you know, I've always been not an anti-scope guy, but I was always like, well, if I can't hit it with open sights, what's the point? You know, I shouldn't be shooting at it. Let me tell you something. I've learned. These scopes make a huge difference. I mean, it is night and day. I would have confidently shot at a deer with this at 400 and wouldn't have thought another thing about it.
You can look at this. That's a coyote at 400 yards.
Oh yeah, yeah,
easily.
Yeah. And you shoot a 180 grain bullet out of this. That's an elk at 400.
Oh gosh,
you know. So yeah, you can, and that's what I love about a 308, the versatility of the round. There are different calibers that people like better or worse or whatever, but I really like a 308. This thing is awesome, and I cannot emphasize that enough. This thing is freaking awesome. Well, with that, let us know in the comment section. We are running a little long here, but we apologize for that. I just haven't been this excited about a rifle that we've shot in a long time. And this thing is, I cannot say enough, go get you one of these. Savage, you did an awesome job. Savage,
you knocked this one out of the park. I'm telling you, this gun shoots.
Yes, it does, and I'm amazed by it. I truly am. Awesome rifle, guys. Get these while they're there, because if you're shooting like this, I mean, you've got quote unquote sniper rifles that don't shoot like this.
Yeah.
So this thing's awesome. That's all I got to say about that. So you know, anything else you want to add, Mr. Obvious?
Nah.
Well, with that, everybody, remember, keep your knives sharp, keep your powder dry.
Subscribe to Last Minute Man. Use the comment section below. Hit that subscribe button.